I'll make you famous.
I'm your husband, man.
Welcome to death row.
Never talk to me like that again. You hear me? Huh?
Dead man. Dead man walking.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Say good night to the bad guy.
Bang, 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 bang. She belongs to the streets.
My doctor has notified me that I'm morbidly obese.
Beta! Beta!
You can't handle the truth.
Next time you hear grown folks talking, shut the fuck up, yeah?
You can't handle the truth.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
You fucking crazy, man. You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
Many have wondered why Satan was played by a woman in the Passion of the Christ.
Can't believe you say no shit like that.
You have an unnatural allegiance to losers.
What's going on? What's going on? My people. You know what it is today. Dropping game. Dropping game, which is why we're the hottest show online. I promise you we are. Right? You don't believe me? If that's not proof, I don't know what is. Listen. Today we have a pretty decent show. We're going to get to the bottom of some things, but we're going to find out some things that women should already know too. Because there's a lot of conversation about women being the victims of this stuff. Just, you know, and I think everybody's getting tired of it to the point where it keeps you from having to take any accountability, which when you don't have to take any type of accountability, you never get better. Never. If you never get better, you will go on a perpetual cycle of having bad fortune, a perpetual cycle of things not really always going your way because nothing's changing about you. Imagine this. Imagine me doing things throughout 12 months. Imagine me living my life, doing things not that typically when I do these things, they cause turbulence in my life. My money's not right. My dating's not right. Getting into it, they just do certain things. Imagine me not stopping that for 12 months. There's a thing that I do that if I analyze it correctly, let me see. Oh, that's right. I think I turned that down on purpose. Did I? Let me see. Volunteering from Victorhood is filthy. Yes, listen. It's you. It's you. Now, you weren't born with as deep a sense of logic as men were. Logic, and we often talk about logic, but one thing we don't talk about is instinct and reflexes. Men were born with these things, right? If you were not born with these things, what better thing to do than latch on to someone who was born with it? Are you people crazy? We are your eyes and ears because you don't have the powers that we have. You don't have the powers that we have. Think about this. Think about this. Commandos, Navy SEALs, just all kinds of special forces, right? What has to be inside of us when we can go countries away, snipe a target, and leave? By the time we're leaving, it's sirens going off around their version of the White House and everything. What has to be going on inside of men? What must we possess in order to be in countries devastating their troops with 50 people? And we make it out. There has to be some high level skill sets at work here. There has to be. But you won't listen to us. You don't have any of the things we were born equipped with. You don't have the reflexes that we have. You don't have the instincts that we have, right? You do not carry the logic that we maneuver in. So why would you not listen to us? We are the masters of all of this. You are a guest star. This is how God created it. We are masters of the world. Look at what we do to it. We manipulate our environment to a point where it has the ability to create the resources that we need. It has the ability to put us into position where our lives are significantly easier, just dibbling, dabbling in technology, learning how to excel at high levels in that, right? Machinery, carpentry. Look at what we do. Look at what we pull off. And we seem to catch on to it very well. So my question is, ladies, why do you, knowing that everything that I'm saying is telling the truth, knowing it, how can you know we are equipped with these powers and not be listening to us more than you listen to other broken women telling you to hate men and they don't have a man? It's crazy when you say it like that, isn't it? You line up 10 men against 10 women and we'll be able to outthink them 9-1. I want you guys to all see this, how we come up here on these panels regularly. Men with GEDs, some without GEDs, effortlessly outwit women who come on here saying they have dual degrees and PhDs. When you have dual degrees and PhDs, associate degrees, you're still no match for a man who never graduated. God put this in us. We can make it out of the jungle. We can survive with bare minimum resources. Now, I'm not saying that to mush your face in it. I am saying it because when you hear it like that, it seems foolish to not follow our instructions and leadership. Look at what we go through in hoods and things like that. Look how we maneuver around through these very, very dangerous waters and a lot of times come out of it. Now, I'm only saying that to say this. You don't have the answers like we have the answers. I'm telling you. You don't have the answers like we have the answers.
You can't handle the truth.
I'm telling you. The way we move is completely different from the way that you move. It allows us, why do you think so many more men are successful than women with all of the rights that you have? All of the benefits that you have, society has given you more benefits than it has us. They're doing it to make you comfortable, so you'll keep pushing your money into the economy because women are hyper spenders. So I'm going to say it like this. Those of you who don't know the topic of the show, how to tell when he just wants sex from you. You won't be able to tell. You won't be able to tell. Why do you think that in other countries they have one of the strong males to pick their daughter's husband? We are equipped with things that you are not. You are really a guest star in this movie, and you guys don't understand it. Your greatness comes from men. How about that? Those of you who have went on to achieve things, the understanding that you got towards that skill set or whatever, you best believe that there was a man who wrote a curriculum that seemingly a fool could follow, right? While sharpening your mind. You get a lot of your power from us. You cannot receive power except for through us. Now here is my point. You guys kind of can't tell. Let me say it like this. If everything that I said was true, that men are so much more keen and sharp than women, per the Lord our God, that he did this so that we could manipulate the world whenever he called for it, whenever he needed us to manipulate environments, do his bidding. If you agree that he put things in us, even our build, even our strength, the ability to turn ourselves into weapons when we need to. if you agree with me that God put these things in us that he did not so much as put in you, that lets you know right there to which degree these women are coming up here and getting outwitted by men who can't pass a GED. If all of this is true, and you are a guest star in this movie, why wouldn't you latch yourself onto the star? If you want a decent life outcome. Now, if you just want to sit around throughout the majority of your life and, exist from time to, well, not from time to time, exist in a space where, you're running around.
Bang, 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 daddy.
I get that. That is not the time for you to latch on to a man because you're not serious about life. And that's what men do. We build life. You cannot tell when we're gaming you because the more stern you get with the poontang, the more clever we can get. We can run circles around you. And we'll wait for 3 months. You're going to come up off of that poontang. That's why you need to be in relationships. Why didn't I pull that? Why didn't I pull that? Shout out to my brother Joe in this situation. The most intelligent of real feminine women are women who are in long-lasting marriages and long-term relationships. They don't get in the trouble you guys get into. They have longer life longevity than you. Their finances are usually more stable than yours. Even their safety. Now, think about all of those things that I just named. Could you imagine if I could snap my finger right now and lift all of those things off of you? If I could increase your finances to where now you can put something up every check you get, right? If I could be the one carry even the heavier groceries in when you go shopping or whatever, right? If I could make a move to where you just really kind of never are scared to be in your own house anymore, even when you hear something, the thoughts of things that can happen just subside exponentially. Somebody to be there with you throughout life, so you never have to tackle the heaviest parts of life by yourself. Are you people crazy? Well, why don't you come up, Lisa? She's plastered in makeup trying to talk. You come on up here. 33 people in here to see the T-Moo Kevin Samuels. Why don't you come on up here? Hey, check this out. At least I'm comfortable with who I am. You are plastered in makeup. Your whole face looks like a plastic baby doll or something. You look like something straight off of The Bride of Chucky right now. Matter of fact, don't play with me. People tell me why they don't know about us yet. Don't play with me. Come on up, Leisha. Come on up.
I'm your huckleberry.
Everything that I was just telling you. Everything that I was just telling you. A woman come up here and display foolishness and hide behind a keyboard. It's like a little kid. It's like the dad working on the car and the kid coming and interrupting me with something less important. A little kid. I appreciate you, Miss Leela, for making my point. Shout out to my bro Biggs in this situation with the Cash App. Every day, all day. Don Sean over here in this piece. Okay, my people getting the show going. We finna get it cracking then. We're about to get it cracking. Shout out to Corporal over here setting it off, supporting the show. Yes, sir. There's that bad man on his show again, mama. His name is real Stacy Prince. Turbulence, people. This is what we do. This is what we do. You can love it here or you can hate it here. It's one of the two. Shout out to my bro corporate over here in this situation. Dropping bombs, you know. Stacey, I heard older black men talking once saying, you believe these BWs get more degrees than the larger white T group? Well, then believe their lies. The only thing these BWs lead is drama, debt, and diapers. Sounds like a wise man. This was really weird to me, to be honest, though. It was a little bit weird. It's like having to discipline a child or something. Listen, get over there. You see me over here doing something, right? Oh, my gosh. What'd you say, Locks for Life?
I'll make you famous.
We don't play over here. We drop knowledge, but we can set it off too, if need be. Jeez, and she won't come up. You bring your AAS up over here. Shout out to K9 sharing the show. Locks for Life in this situation, supporting the show. Yes, Locks for Life said a degree does not equal smartness. It just means you're good at remembering to pass a test. Fact. Betty Limonia. Oh, listen, people. We're going to start the dating show. I'm officially, in 2 weeks, I'm officially off of my Instagram live ban. And it's going down. It is going down. Listen, our subscribers are going through the roof. We're about to hit the 100K mark on Instagram. We're doing hundreds a day over here on YouTube. That number that we were talking about, we're going to hit that number. I need you guys to share the show to your people. But listen, ladies, I want to ask the ladies down here right now. Be honest, because you know that we really know, but I'm asking from a place of rhetorical, right? Ladies, I want you to, any of the ladies, tell me how you think the average woman in America is grooming their daughters for relationships. Tell me. Okay, you. I want to read this. Okay, Betty Limonia. Okay, right. How do you guys think the average woman is preparing their daughters to get out here in this world? You're not. The dad is supposed to be preparing her for the world. You are supposed to be teaching her things. You are supposed to be helping her to become a very valuable woman so that even men will see the value in her in their eyes. You're missing. I just don't know why you guys don't see how such a major part of your life is missing. It's like slicing you down in half. Having just a decent man in your life comes with so many perks. You get a taste test of some of our instincts, some of our reflexes, because you're seeing how that man moves around in this house, right? You can just mimic a lot of what you see in him. He's going to be giving you instructions as well, and you're going to be sharper than the average girl. You don't have what we have. You weren't given what we were given. So the next best thing is to see if you can get some from the people who were given it. Look how horrific you guys' picking patterns are when it comes to selecting men. 3 children with 3 different men. The battery on those reflexes has to be the type of battery that has corrosion on each end. I'm talking about there's nothing left in this battery. It's like your instinct, it just doesn't even work. Do you even know how to be a fiance or a wife? If you are for men, when you go to fast food restaurants, you tell them what you want based on you knowing you and you knowing what you like. You guys cannot survive easily on earth without men. So why not turn yourself into something that men say, yes, I want that. Yes, I agree to that. You're not doing that. You're doing the opposite. You're trying to be men. You can't match up to us. You can't match up to us. You know what? You know what? Let me see something. Let me see if I can prove it. Let me see something here. You know what? I'm not even going to go through that. Hold on. Yes, it's right there. This was meant to be seen. I want you guys to listen to this. This is how men move.
Apologize for being late. My wife just died. All right, we've got a lot on the agenda today, so let's begin. And yes, Matthew?
Ted, I'm so sorry. I mean, your wife.
Yeah, well, as you might expect, the pain's unlike anything I've ever experienced before, but we've got a lot to do today, so let's keep moving, okay? Next question, Jim?
Can I ask what happened to Janie, I mean?
Jim, what happened was she died. It was a car accident. We can't just bring the entire nation to a halt because of it. So does anybody have a question for the president?
Ted, is there anything I can do to help?
Cards or flowers can be sent to my office, thank you.
Do you need anyone to talk to or someone to help you with anything?
People, this subject is not on the agenda today. Believe me, there's nothing I'd like more than to drop down behind this podium and weep. But I can't do this. Why? Because I'm a grown man, I've got a job to do, and so do you. So I'm going to take one more question on the matter of my wife, and then we're moving on, okay? Wilson?
Have you told Bobby and Megan yet?
Well, the children were in the car with their mother at the time. They're at Georgetown University Hospital. Bobby's in a coma, and Megan lost her legs. Okay, next question.
There's not one woman on this planet who could move like that. We are not the same. That man just lost his wife. They asked him, have you told your 2 kids yet? They were in the car. My daughter lost her legs. The other one is in a coma right now. But listen, no more questions. We have a job to do here. Because I lost I would love nothing more than to get behind this podium right now and start crying. But I can't because I have a job to do. And you do too. We are not the same. Let's go berserk. I will say there's not 10 women in this world who could move like that. Show up to work after you've just lost your wife. Daughter lost her legs. Son in a coma. I'm only saying that like this. Look. Because he went to work at a job where he can't be replaced. I'm not saying this to make women seem like they're nothing, but you are a fool to not latch yourself onto something as powerful as a man. A fool. You deserve everything that you get. We are everything. We make a way out of no way. And listen, not to be disrespectful, but we don't go to get EBT when things get tough. We don't go to Section 8. We can't rely on hitting someone upside the head when we're doing bad, hitting them upside the head for child support. We really, really get it out of the mud. Really, really get it out of the mud. It is our power to be able to do this. It's our power to be able to move like this and make something happen when it seems like there's no way to fix this. Again, I'm going to say this. Why wouldn't you connect yourself to a modern day superhero? Now, for those of you who want to say, where's these mega benefits? You no longer have to spend all of your checks on bills. And for those of you who do have a little bit extra left over, do you know what it would be if you had a man? All he has to make is $50,000 a year for your life to increase, for your health to increase, based on the amount of rest that you would be able to get, for your stress levels to go down, right? For your health to go up, cholesterol, all of this. Because now you have somebody who is a guardian over your life and wants to see nothing but the best for you, so he's going to tell you when you've been eating too much. He's going to tell you we're not going to do no cigarette smoking. Your life will be better. And here's what's messing a lot of you up. Because you guys are because you are not equipped with the skills that we are equipped with, the instincts, the reflexes, the wherewithal, the know-how. Because you are not equipped with those things, you can't see the utter importance of attaching yourself to us. Secondly, because you are not equipped with those things, you can't see your worth. You can't see that you're an average looking woman. You can't say that you're fat. You can't say that you've been such a hoe to where it's affected you. You can't see that you're below a 4. So here's what you do. Because you can throw some makeup on, you really think that that boosted up your dating value. And now what you're doing is you're looking over the guy who, if you stripped all of that makeup and things like that off, you would know that you're not settling for him. He's settling for you. If we're talking about looks, size, how many kids you have, things like that, men are most often going to have more leverage than women. You come with some stuff that we really don't want. You come with kids. You come with kids. And you don't even appreciate the men who overlook that and try to still be in your life, as even though that is something that really rubs men the wrong way. Nobody's going to tell you because you are kind of cute. And maybe at this particular point in my life, maybe I'm looking to, serious relationship. Maybe if it don't go nowhere, but serious relationship, lock in with somebody. Now I'm telling you what I need to tell you to get all of those things. You guys go through that repetitiously. You guys can be talked into letting a man nut inside of your body. I just don't know if that stuff sounds as crazy to you guys as it does to us. I'm going to play as devil's advocate. Turbulence, people. We're going to get vulgar here for a second. I think I could, just because of the heat and the steam associated with sex. That thing can get pretty intense. So, in order to see the intensity and excitement all the way through to the end, maybe I could see where that woman letting him completely finish in her, okay? Logically, it makes sense. But you can't do that. You listen. If the consequence outweighs the reward, he can do all of that with the condom on. It's still his finish. You got to experience his finish. Now, what's the difference between experiencing his finish than him dropping it in you? Here's what you're agreeing to do. Okay, I can't find it, so. Listen, I'm telling you right now. Give me two ladies up here. Give me two ladies up here. Just for a quick question. I got two questions for, I got a question for two ladies. Boom, boom, boom. Questions. Listen, do this for me because I want a broad amount of people to come up here and answer. Name me something that is a difficulty in your lives that wouldn't be made easier if you had a man in your life. Name me a difficulty that you occasionally have in your life that would not be made better if you had a man in your life. It's taking an awful long minute, people down here. I don't see anybody being able to name anything. I'm not even going to read that stupidity. But this is what I'm telling you about the mind of a lot of women. She desired to say car trouble, even though that's men's specialty. This is what I'm telling you guys. Why inject that foolishness into this live? Have anyone seen Bear Grylls' Men vs. Women? No, I think I heard the late great Kevin Samuel speak on it. What I'm wanting to know, outside of hold on, check this out. Here's the handicap that you're at. You weren't born with the logic men were born with, the reflexes, the instinct, and all of the other skill sets we have. On top of not being born with that, you are also disabled with delusion. Now, if that be the case, why on God's earth would you not be rushing to attach yourself to a man who could make your life better? It's because you're delusional. Because you weren't equipped with the things men were equipped with, you don't even know how to vet your own men. Because you weren't equipped with these things, because you were supposed to be led by a man, you don't even recognize what you're doing when you, just let me let it go in you, baby. Just let me let it go in you. Okay, baby, fuck my life up. You guys know the complications and the difficulty level of bringing a child into this world, yet you could be talked into it in like 10 seconds. Knowing that this guy isn't going to be around. You guys just bang from time to time.
Bang, 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 daddy, bang.
If everything that I'm saying is true, it's proof you guys need to latch on to a man. Look at what you guys fall for in these churches. That listen, 90% of the church's occupancy is women. Why? Because men have reflexes, men have instincts, and we know when we're hearing BS. We don't even like being disrespected with someone attempting to fool us. I want somebody to answer me this. I want somebody to answer me this. Ladies, somebody please tell me why it is that you would rather go through a harsher life experience Somebody tell me, as long as this life is and as long as the journey is, somebody tell me why you would rather experience a harsher life experience instead of just getting a man. What is it about you? What have you heard about men? What have you experienced about men? What is it inside of you that's causing you to overlook the cure to overwhelming majority of your problems? There's not one woman who can disagree with me that the things that occasionally complicate her life would not be made easier if she had a man. I asked you guys already. Nobody was able to answer it. So if we agree that there is absolutely nothing that wouldn't be accommodated effectively if you had a man in your life, if we can all agree on that, which we already have, how do you have such a low value for the concept of locking down in a long-term relationship, not with an amazing man, with a decent man? How are you guys not seeing this? And we see it so clearly. You destroyed an entire race doing it your way. You don't know when we're gaming you. We can wait because we're still smashing other women. We're not missing out on anything. I'm going to get you too. Because a couple of the other girls in my rotation, they played the same game you tried to play. And I waited it out. I kept on being Casanova. I kept on wanting to go. I kept on going to see her. The whole while when it comes time for me to let this thing go, I got 3 other girls. I did her like that, the other one like that, and I'm going to do you like that. Guess when I can't do you like that? When you listen to your father. When you pay the money for me and him to go out. I don't care if it's bowling. I don't care if it's a restaurant. When you are so adamant about this that you'll pay for it up to 5 times for me to spend time with your dad alone, that's the only way you can avoid it. Because he knows us. Because he is us. He's going to come back and tell you something like, yeah, baby, I don't really see anything long term with him. He'll know because he's going to be prodding me while we're out. He's going to be asking certain questions that we both, the reason why he won't be able to lie to me, because we both have it in our heads. That's a man. I ain't going to be able to lie to him. I ain't going to be able to get over on him. He has the same instincts I have. He has the same reflexes that I have, right? He has the same intuition that I have. His might even be sharper. Right? So you're going to give yourself, the men are going to give themselves away. talking to her dad, or talking to her uncle, or talking to her play uncle, or talking to her stepdad. It has to be somebody who loves you so much that they desire nothing more but to see you with a good life outcome. It can't be a friend, because he could secretly, and likely does, have a crush on you and wish that there could have been something with you and them. He will give you faulty information just in hopes that he will someday have a chance with you. Can't listen to somebody like that. Listen. Corporal over here. Listen, me too, bro. Stacy, it was shocking to me when I found out women want me to finish inside and not outside. I was so young, I didn't know what I was doing to myself and the young woman's life. Like, for something that big, we don't expect you to do something like that. You know why? What further does it? When we've messed with some amazing women and they wouldn't let us. They were adamant about it. So we further understand something has to be wrong with you to allow it. And that's one of the reasons we only want to smash. You're fine. You're cute. In most cases, you're not. But in some cases, you're cute. I do want to get at you, too. I want to get at you. That's where some of my best game is going to come from. The sincerity that I'm conveying through my sincere desire to really want to have a situation with you. I might not want a long-term thing, but bare minimum, I want to have you on the rotation and value you. Value you. I'll even kiss you. I'll even sport you in public. Right? That's why my game is going to seem so authentic and genuine to you, because I do want something from you genuinely. I do. It might not be what you want. Shout out to Mary over here supporting the show. Let's get to 100,000 again, people. I want a couple of women up here who have questions along the line of tonight's show. Not only that, I want a couple of women up here if you need a little bit further explaining on how we do what we do. Give me a couple of women up here. TikTok. Nobody wants to play tonight. That's better. Listen, the crazy part is game can be recycled. Game can be recycled. We can look at some of the things that we've said to women and it was very effective, and we can use it on another woman 6 months later, 2-3 years later, 5 years later, 10 years later. And it will continue to probably yield us the results that it yielded us the first, second, and third time. Give me a thumbs up, ladies. Not any married ladies. Give me a thumbs up, ladies, if you believe that you're equipped to date on your own. Give me a thumbs up. I want to see. I want to see. Give me a thumbs up, ladies, if you believe that you are equipped to date on your own without getting played? And give me a thumbs down if you don't think you're equipped. Okay. Give me a thumbs up if you think that you're equipped to date on your own based on your own logic and understanding. Give me a thumbs down if you don't think that you're equipped to deal with the man without getting played. My people are awful quiet today. I think we're going to shut down the TikTok. Yeah, I guess I'll keep it up for a minute. Hey, you guys need to be up at least at 25,000 likes. That's what's wrong with the show right now on TikTok. But yeah, what I was saying was, you guys are at a significant disadvantage. If you look at it, the topic of tonight's show is how to tell when a man just wants some. You can't tell. And you're bumping around in this world. You're bumbling around in this world with a handicap that severe getting played out of your drawers. But there's a significant portion of women who they're not getting played. They're doing the playing. You're bumbling around in this world, wasting your one and maybe two and only shots at latching on to a person who you can make it work with throughout the end of your life. You're like children. You're like children. You're doing everything that tastes good and feels good, but not acknowledging the long-term repercussions that come along with it. I know good women who, listen, I'm going to be honest. I know good women who they already know that they're going to die alone. Good women. I know good women. You go an extensive period of time without dating, your dating understanding will diminish because you haven't had dating exercise in so long. And those of you who don't know, that's an issue. When your dating muscles have deflated and it's not, maybe you having awkward situations, maybe you're not able to recognize this generation's form of flirting. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you're going to be off. You're going to be off. The longer you are single, the higher the chances of you staying single. You're not building anything, right? In the form of, what's the word I'm looking for? A companion. And then because you've been single for so long, when you do get a shot at a decent companion, you don't know how to maneuver around inside that companionship. So you're bumbling around, messing things up a little bit. Because it's been so long since you learned how to get comfortable with a man in the terms of a long-term relationship, to where you kind of don't know how. You're still doing hoe-ish. You're still maneuvering in the mindset of you just coming fresh off of hanging out the clubs and things like that. Going out and drinking, things like that. You're still fresh and stuck in that mindset. That mindset is completely different from the mindset of long-term relationships and marriage. It's completely different. There's different components at work inside of each one of those relationships. and they contradict each other often. If you're the club mentality type person, inside of a marriage or a relationship, you can't really be like that because what you do affects another person now in your life. But some of you try to do it, and then you fall out with your husband or your man a little bit, and then it starts leading to one person starting to think maybe this ain't the right relationship for them, right? Maybe this isn't the right relationship for them. And in a lot of cases with the women, they are quick to this ain't the right relationship for me. You know why? Because she already had 3 men that she wanted to get back out there on that dating highway and smash. That's why a lot of women are breaking up with people and dismantling relationships. Studies show that about 70% of women have a backup plan. 70% of women, 50 to 70% of women who are in relationships already have a backup plan in case their current relationship doesn't work out. So that means you're not in a relationship already anyway. That's not a relationship where you have a backup plan. It's not a relationship. You're playing both sides of the board. So therefore, you can't be all in that relationship because you're secretly fetishing Jamal. You're secretly fetishing Peter, right? You're secretly fetishing Tay-Tay. It's in you. You're doing this. You're halfway living it. Subconsciously, you are living it. Sometimes when you touch yourself with that vibrator and things like that, you're thinking about Jamal, right? You're thinking about Tay-Tay. So you're already cheating. The Bible even says that. And therefore, you dismantle a relationship that likely you're not going to get access to again throughout your lifetime. You guys need to learn how to get in long-term relationships, and you need to learn how to shut the hell up. That's what you need to learn how to do more of. You have turned into something that is unpleasant for men to be around. Therefore, we reduce you to something that's like that. You don't run this. You need to learn how to shut the hell up and play the role that God intended you to play. There's nothing else that will work for you. You will keep getting played. You will keep on getting bang, 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 daddy, bang. You don't run this. You're not equal to us by any facet of the imagination. You're not equal to us. You need to start telling yourself that. You need to start walking around throughout your house telling yourself, just mumbling it sometimes, I'm not equal to a man. Men are superior to me. Men are superior to me. Men are superior to me. The more you say it, the more it will become your reality, and the better off your relationships with men will get, even as it pertains to your dating life. But right now, you guys are walking around in masculine energy, and it repulses us. You're walking around with the understanding that we're equal, and we can tell the type of women who are doing that. And we don't want you. Even the rich and powerful women, men don't want them. Look at them. Most of them are single. Unless she was married before her success. Other than that, these women can't keep relationships because they're bumbling around in the world. They're bumbling around in the universe, handicapped. If you don't believe me, look at all of your friends who have multiple children by multiple men. You don't know what you're doing out here. You don't know what you're doing. That's why we look at you like you're crazy. Even when you say certain things, we look at you like you're crazy. Because you are not equipped with the elements to ever become equal to us. So I'm going to say it. I don't give a damn. Turbulence, people. You're never going to be smarter than us. Therefore, when you attempt to be smarter than us, in our eyes, you're going to look dumb. And that's how we peg some of you. That's why we just sleep with some. We don't have respect for you. The only way that we'll have respect for a woman, one of the only main ways that we'll have the right amount of respect for a woman is if she's not even trying to be equal to a man. And what that sounds like is a feminine version of a woman. These are the women. Femininity is the exact opposite of trying to be equal with a man. And listen, I'm telling you guys right now, we can smell it on you. When you're that type of woman, feminist, anything like that, I'm equal to men, we can smell it on you. It just takes a very brief, not even a conversation. We can look at how you're maneuvering in society. When the woman came and brought us our food, we can look at how, if you smiled at her, how you smiled at her, how attentive you were to her, how grateful you were. We can look at your energy, your body motion. We can look at how you walk. We can look at how you respond to certain things that we've asked you. And we know who you are. That's why we treat you the way we treat you. Because we hear some of that "I told you so" in you. We can hear when you're the type of woman who has to have the last word. We are not handicapped in the way you are. We have a superior power over you that allows us to see all foolishness. It allows us to see all delusion. It allows us to hear foolish conversation when we can hear it. Why do you think so many men get up here on these panels? We're talking about men who have been to prison and they can't even pass the GED right now, but they can outwit women who have associate degrees that come up here, women who have PhDs, dual degrees, masters. They come up here bragging about it and get outwitted by men who have been to prison and men who can't even pass the GED. That is our superior intellect at work over you. You may not want to admit it, but that's the way it is. There's nothing you can do to change it either, because it's ordained by God. The best thing that you can do is latch on to a man who is intellectually, I'm not even going to say it like that. Latch on to a man who has his reflex keen and intact. Latch on to a man who is a logical individual. Do you know how easier living in your house is going to get with a logical man in your house? A man with reflexes, a man with instinct. Do you know how much better everything's going to get? And listen, I'm going to tell you something. He's not going to be the man that you want right now. He's not going to have much money. He's going to have enough money in the bank to where, if he ever gets jammed up, he's got money in the bank. He's going to have his own car and he's going to have his own house. But he'll probably work at UPS or something like that. Because you've aged out of dating. You cannot get the caliber of man that you desire. Listen, we think you're crazy because you can't see that. We look at you guys and we're like, these people are crazy. It's like you don't know all of the things that we're telling you, even right now. You should know these things, unless you can name me something up here right now that increases in value the more it gets used, the more wear that's on it. That's you too. That you can't say wine because you guys have been having sex and getting older at the same time. And you can't name me anything that gets older and gets used as it gets older that is valuable. Name it. Hey, listen. ZF, turn the comments on real quick. I'm going to give him my opportunity to name it. Name it. Name it. Name me something that gets old. Name me something that gets better. The older it gets and the more usage it incurs. Name me something. Block that person that said wisdom. Block that person. Did you know people start losing their memory at a certain age? People's minds start giving away. Even your wisdom starts to deplete. Nobody can think of anything. Okay, you can go ahead and turn it back off, ZF. If you can't think of anything, then you have to know that your value diminishes. And yours diminishes like 30 years before men's does. It diminishes like men's do. Right. I'm glad Corporal caught that. These people are over here tripping. YouTube, we got to get 25,000 likes. I mean TikTok. And YouTube, we got to get the likes up over there too. We really got to get the likes up over here, YouTube. Show me you rock with the show. Listen, if we all can agree that nothing gets better the more it ages and the more usage it incurs, you don't have the time to play that you think you do. Look at your friends who are 40s and their 50s and things like that. Look at them. Look how it's listen, you don't even expect to see them in a long-term relationship anytime soon. She doesn't even have anything on the table, anything on the stove cooking right now. She has no prospects. Because a lot of you are hanging out with each other because that is your relationships. You guys know that your value has dropped so significantly that you're not going to be able to get into a long-term relationship unless you find a way to humble yourself. The same way simps will date strippers and things like that, they will also date women who have kids, women who are overweight. Basically, what I'm saying is there's a man out there who will accept you, but you won't accept him. It's crazy. You won't even accept him and try to see if you can learn to like him more or whatever. You'd rather be out in society unprotected, alone by yourself, taking care of all of your financial obligations by yourself. That's crazy to us. That's nefarious work. You guys are on social media talking about, I'm not going 50-50 whilst you're going 100% right now. And this is what I'm telling you. You guys are nuts to us. Nuts. You guys are all over social media saying, I won't go 50-50 with a man. He has to pay it all. But you're paying 100% of your life obligations right now. Do you get that? Right now, you're paying all of your expenses. If you get with a man, you only have to pay around 50%. Telling you we think you're crazy. You'll even say things like that out loud. You'll say it out loud. And men wouldn't move like that. Listen, have you guys saw those memes and things where they show a black man or a huge, overweight, unattractive looking girl sitting on a black man's lap, and the caption says income tax time? Men are smarter than you. We are not going to let our ego put us in a very dire situation. Men will go date somebody that is hideous. It gets too bad for us. You don't have sense enough to just be able to tolerate a decent man because he's a sucker to you. You're not going to get anywhere close to, I'm not even going to say you're not going to get the man you want. You're not going to get anything closer to him because your value is diminishing regularly. Even your mindset is diminishing regularly because any person who is not in a long-term relationship, who does not have a man, she's going to develop a certain type of bitter mindset. None of these women really want to be single like they pretend, except for the 403s. 403s don't mind because they like that thing getting stretched out. They love it. They love it. Shout out to Lord Commander over here in this situation. My brother said, y'all good? Tsunami alert for the West Coast. I guess we ain't good. Shout out to Corporal up in this situation, dropping bombs. $20 super chat, my bro. Stacy, I heard older black men talking once saying you believe these black women get more degrees than larger white T group. Well then, believe their lies. I read it, but I didn't even latch on to it. Well, Lord Commander, he said LA. Let me see something here. Also, yeah, what's the name on the camera is Father knows best. Jeez, what's going on tonight, people? 1,000 pardons. This is crazy over here. I don't do autofocus. I don't like it. That should be it. That should be it. 1,000 apologies again, people. If it does it again, I'm going to go off. This is not cool at all. What? 8.8. Whoa. What the hell? Say you're supposed to reach this. What the hell? That can't be real. Let me see something. Hey, y'all know how I feel about those universes. I gotta see who that was. Who dropped me that universe? One of my people dropped me. Why can't I see it? Who dropped me the universe? Somebody. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Let me see. These Negroes got me thinking I'm supposed to be packing up. There we go. They actually said it's supposed to reach this area. My people come in dropping bad news. Lord Commander come up in this joint dropping bad news. That's crazy. I did not like what I read either. That's crazy. Usually be like, oh, it says it's far away from here. But no, listen. Counsel over here in this situation. Y'all can turn. We need 25. Well, get us 25,000 likes. That's 4 more thousand likes. But listen, we tell you guys all of the time. Listen, if there's any women down in here, women been tripping today. Give me 2 women come up here on TikTok. I want to have a conversation. I want women to talk to us about, is this true that they are this handicapped? Because I think they don't know. I think they don't know how handicapped they are. Yeah, because if you think about it, how can you allow people to talk you into letting them nut in you? Pendulum in this situation with the gift. Yep. So ladies, here's what I'm suggesting to you. We're going to take the show to the part of questions and answers, right? But before we do, I'm about to open a panel for men and women to come up. Before we do, ladies, stop even attempting to do this without that person, that man in your life. Stop even attempting to do it. Do you know how high your success ratio would go up if you really started letting men in your life who care about you, dad, grandfather, right, uncle, play uncle, somebody, stepdad, godfather? You do not need to be selecting your own men. And a lot of you don't love yourself enough to even acknowledge that. You don't love yourself enough to acknowledge that. You don't love yourself enough to say, maybe, okay, got you. Hey, give me 2 women and 2 men up here. We're gonna open up a panel. We're my show supporters. You guys know we need to hit that $50 threshold. Where's my people? The Cash App, the real Stacy Prince. Give me 3 Cash Appers. Tell me how your night's going. Going once. Those of you guys, you come up. If you're not ready, I'm gonna have to drop you. No, I couldn't hear you. Hello. You have something going on, static, something going on.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me? All right, sorry about that. My headset, I don't know what's going on with it. Yeah.
Good. Tell me how your night's going.
Pretty good. Yeah, just relaxing. Yeah, just checking you out. Always
No
come
doubt
in
about
and
it.
see what the topic's all about.
I got a question for you. Now, first, I got to see if you are a believer of that. Do you believe that women should be having a father or some man who's dear to their life interviewing the men that these women are desiring to date? Do you think that men should be the ones vetting women's possible mates?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'm old school.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now that we're on the same accord, do you believe that women know that that's the right way to go, or do you think no, that they don't know?
That is, wow. I've never pondered that. Off the top of my head, just intuitively, I think they do know it. I think they do know. If father was around and they have brothers and they live with men, if they grew up with father and brothers, I think they knew that. I think intuitively they know that.
Okay, so why don't they then? And we're talking about the women who do want serious relationships, because the other ones who don't want serious relationships, they don't count. They just want to get busted down. You know what I mean? They just want to get stretched out, so they don't count.
Oh Lord, I love this sound. Oh.
So what do you think about the women who really want relationships? Do you think, because listen, ladies, I'm going to tell you this. Do you know how high your chances of selecting a decent man would be? Even let's say 3 times. One of those times a man is going to win. Because we know each other. We know when we're blowing smoke up each other's tail. We know when we're just sitting there lying. And not only that, the man that you brought to me and told me that you are interested in him, he's going to be a little nervous about saying stupid stuff around me. Because he knows. I know the things that he knows. He knows. Our intuition is the same. Our reflexes are the same in most cases. Mic check.
Good evening.
What's going on with you, good brother?
What's up with you?
How's your night going, man?
I'm just relaxing, brother. Got some food in the microwave.
Okay. What's your thoughts on the show? Do you think women are
Well,
listen, let me ask you this first. On a scale of 1 to 10, how high do you think women's chances of securing a good relationship would be if the men in their families vetted the women? On a scale of 1 to 10.
8.
Okay, we're in
8.5,
agreement.
depending on the man that's betting.
We're in agreement. So, ladies, listen to this. But see, here's the reason. Hey, somebody's balling up paper. It's cracking my ear every time. So mute your microphones.
That's me.
Okay. Ladies, listen. And we're only talking about the women who are good women, the women who really do want serious relationships. Here's why. Your chances of picking the right guy go up exponentially. The only ones who don't care about that is the ones who are out there getting their poontangs stretched out by nefarious creatures. Those are the ones who don't care. Some of them may even know, but they want to stay. You guys, a lot of times you diminish yourselves in value because you tell yourself lies like this. I ain't going to be out here long. I ain't going to keep doing this. I'm going to get it together next year. And you don't. You end up bumping into somebody else who has fire log. Now you strung out on him again. Now you're chasing that sensation. I want all of the ladies, give me a thumbs up if you believe that the way to go is to have a man in your life interview a possible mate for you. Give me a thumbs down if you disagree. I want to see. There's one. It would be so hard for you to go wrong. It'd be so difficult. It'd be much more difficult. Okay, we see there's some smart women down there. Somebody, I don't even care if you're a mom and you have an older son. Right? Because we know. Unfortunately, my dad passed away and I hardly see my brother. Council of State, you're not married? Thought you might have been in something. But go ahead, Mike. Check. What was you saying?
Yeah, I was going to say real quick. I've got 2 daughters. I've got a 24-year-old and a 19-year-old. So I pride myself in, giving game, giving them the truth, trying to help, trying to vet. But my 24-year-old, she bucks against the vetting.
Yeah.
Because she feels like, she got it.
Yeah. At 24.
To answer your question earlier, women do turn to men for advice after they didn't burn their house down.
Yep. I agree with that.
Cracked out on the dating market.
I agree.
There's a subset of women that actually listen, but the mass majority do not. They don't respect our,
Here's another thing that has tainted the water in the pool. A lot of them have chose to turn to GAY men. A lot of them. They besties. They're besties. They're the number one supporters of that, right? How can you get the right information from someone who's GAY? Forever Man.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh man, I got so much to say about that, but I keep it simple. I think that is a very poor resource to get your information.
I agree.
Yeah, very, very poor, and I think it's just that group, that community they have aligned themselves with Black women.
Yeah,
they enjoy basking in their own delusional grandeur.
Yeah,
and that's where I see it, and it's not cool. It's not working for them. It's not working for them.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you think, hey man, what the hell is going on?
something happened.
Hold on, I just Hey, Father knows best. You over here talking about everything gonna be all right over here. I'm getting some, some notifications that's talking crazy about this tsunami. Let me go book my flight.
TikTok is TikTok.
Hey, but listen, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think on a scale of 1 to 10, how oblivious do you think women are of the benefits of really having a man in your life? On a scale of 1 to 10, how oblivious do you think they are? Do you think that they're just putting on and, or do you think they really have not been in relationships so long to where they can't recall how much easier having a man in your life makes life?
No, 10 meaning that they have no clue?
10, yeah. 10 meaning that they do have a clue.
Oh, okay. I would say a 2. They have no clue.
Okay, the people down there, they thought it was 10. Okay, everybody's saying the same thing. 9, 8, and I know what you meant. That was my fault. 10 meaning the more yeah, everybody's saying the same thing, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
How could you not know? Listen, we
really,
talking about a whole different degree of delusion.
Yeah. Can I add to that?
Talk to me.
You know where this came? It comes from 80% of the homes in the black community headed by single parents and their women. That's the number one problem right there. And then
there's nothing but chaos taking place inside of those relationships, those single mom relationships. A lot of chaos come from that.
Yeah. And some of them fight with the fathers, don't allow them to see the children. They use them as pawns,
Let me see. My mom is white. It's not just one race anymore. But people say that, but it's predominant. It's heavy in the black community. It's heavy. It's 80%.
Yep, absolutely.
That is, listen, with all of the studies that show us how children who weren't raised with a father figure turn out, no one should be surprised what we see in the black community. If all of the studies are actually correct about the damage that is done by a father not being in the house, none of us should be surprised at what we're seeing. That's what the research suggests, that this is what will happen, how these kids will turn out if they don't have the instructions of a father. These people are malfunctioning right in front of us. They're malfunctioning right in front of us right now. And we think it's crazy. We call it, so-and-so is crazy. No, these are walking malfunctions, and we can see it. Yet you guys keep doing it. I want to give me 2 ladies up here. Yes, Tiffany said a father is very, very important. It is. It is the counterbalance to everything that he's going to get from the mom. It is the counterbalance. You can tell because when it's 100% single mom raised, look how a lot of the children turn out. More feminine than masculine. We're seeing it right in front of us. You guys got anything else?
Yeah, I just want to point out one thing. People don't look at Ben Carson and how him and his brother turned out. Even though his mother raised them, there still was an uncle around to engage. And also, too, they're heavily in the church. So they had men role models to model after. So just want to point that out.
No doubt about it. I appreciate you coming up, good brother.
No problem.
Mike, check. You got anything else? When you see the way,
I don't know if you were saying that the women are delusional or whatever. I don't think they are. I think they know.
Or you think they're choosing fun and pleasure?
Yeah, not all, but a vast majority of them are just stubborn. Because you notice when a child gets out of hand, the first thing they do is, I'm gonna send you to your father.
Yeah.
Or like the guy just said, you got uncles. They try to funnel them to male peers, so they know the importance of a man. They're just stubborn. I don't think they're delusional. They know
That's
what's
terrible, bro. That's terrible when you will decimate a young boy or girl's life over some ego. That's crazy. You guys hear me talk sometimes. When you hear me refer to them as demons and creatures, man, I'm often dead serious, man. Like, if we already know the research of how children turn out when they don't have the dysfunction, the psychological damage that takes place, I'm going to ask you this. What do you think has to be going on inside of a woman to know these things that we're talking about, but still choose to go ahead and do that, intentionally keeping the kids away from the dad? If they really do know how children turn out without the father, what do you think has to be going on inside of her for her to go ahead and pull through with that?
Power,
choice.
These are the things that women fight for. You know? It's this feminism underlings. You know, have the right to choose, the right to decide. You know, that's real childish. You know, you get with your children always bucking against authority. You know, now the women are bucking against organization. I won't even call it authority. I'll just call it organization.
So I think they far from dumb. They have chose individualism over traditional ways. Both of y'all hit it right on the head. Like, man, you willing to destroy families over power? How come we can't share the power? Do you know how our children would turn out? We are already genetically superior to everybody, but we just don't have the mindset. We have broken mindsets. 80% fatherless homes. We have to be messed up. We gotta be. The things that we do. Listen, look at, hold on, what was it? Do I have that? Let me see something. Do I have that? No, I don't. I really wish I had that. It's on my phone. I want to show y'all something. This really gripped me when I saw it. There we go. There we go. Okay, I want you guys to check this out. This backs up everything that... There we go. Okay, I'm going to pull this up really quick. I want you guys to check this out. Check out how accurate what we've been saying is. I want you to hear this too. I want you to listen to the angst in this person's voice.
This is why my mentality is so fucked up. Yeah, you want to know why? Because we can't live in that home with bitches like this. Yes, the world needs to know. Yes, the world needs to wake up. These black mothers out here raising with these pathetic ass mindsets. These black...
She said these black mothers is out here raising us with these pathetic ass mindsets. You could hear she fed up. You could hear she hurt. You could hear she tired of what's been going on with her. Check this out.
Women out here fucking harming us. These black women out here fucking, look at that mindset. All right,
Nah, I'm flipping this around. You guys know I don't often do this, but I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see this girl's face. There we go. I want y'all to look at this. I'm going to start this all the way over.
This is why my mentality is so fucked up. Yeah, you want to know why? Because we can't live in that home with bitches like this. Yes, the world needs to know. Yes, the world needs to wake up. These black mothers out here raising with these pathetic ass mindsets. These black women out here fucking harming us. These black women out here fucking, look at this mindset. I'm raised by a bitch with this type of mindset. And y'all wonder why these females out here the way they is? Y'all wonder? Show them. Y'all wonder why anybody that's born between the ages of 1996 to the 2000s. Y'all wonder why these girls like this? Y'all wonder why these females like this? Y'all wonder, I'm 21 years old. This has been blaming me since I was 7.
She said, I'm 21 years old. This bee been blaming me since I was 7. Check this out.
I was 7 years old. Now fucking niggas, this shit been bringing around me.
Blaming me for effing niggas, and you've been bringing them around me since I was 7.
Since I was young. As she is. This is why
Bro, listen. Could you see? It's like she been waiting to get that off of her chest. It's like she been waiting to kick. That's why she said the world need to know. Bro, they going through damage, man. They going through looking like your funky ass daddy and all of that, man.
Bro, this hit home, actually. Embarrassingly, this hit home because my niece lashes out like that towards my sister, her mom, because of the bad choices that she made.
That her mom made?
Yeah. Yeah, multiple kids by multiple men, and then the other kid's father don't like her and ostracize her.
And that's crazy.
Yeah, bro. That hit home. That clip right there hit home. But I'm not gonna put my business out there.
Right.
But I will share that. But I won't go too far into it. But that's real.
Listen, man. Listen. These women be talking about grown men with daddy issues. Yeah, there's grown men with daddy issues. Are you ignorant? What, they go away or something? No, that's breakage. That's the equivalent of me walking around with my hand like this. That's what happened to me based on this psychological damage and this dysfunction and this trauma and this chaos that I've learned. Here's the worst part, bro. The worst part is when you learn to swim in it comfortably. You've learned to live in chaos comfortably to where now it's not chaos to you. Everybody else see it, it's chaos. You're nuts. We just seen what you did. To those people, they've seen it so long to where it ain't crazy, man.
That is facts. Just like I don't want to say a bum. I don't want to be insensitive. But it's just like a homeless person. You're so used to sleeping on curbs and benches and parks and forests.
Yep.
That it's normal to you. But the rest of the world looking at you like, bro, what is you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good example too, because if you think about, they go to extremes. It's like African American women. We see these people go to extremes, the homeless situation and things like that. Shout out to my bro Don Sean up in this situation, hitting us off, keeping the show going. Then we gonna keep it going then. My bro, I appreciate you, man. And listen, nobody wants to acknowledge that this is even happening, man. They just, get upset with the kids when they don't get good grades and stuff. Man, this kid is living inside of chaos. Wish he didn't even have to go to school. I don't get to dress like the other people get to dress because of you. You know what I'm saying? You got different ninjas coming in. You think you sneaking them in the house. No, you ain't. Them kids ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's chaos, man. And to a certain extent, man, listen, if you listen to that clip, man, listen, I want to take it to a part in this clip. What was that thing? Let me see.
This is why my mentality is so fucked up.
She acknowledges her mentality is fucked up, bro. She knows it. She probably hates it. But what can I do about it? Man, that's a heck of a life to have to live, man. And listen, mic check. We at 80% with it. Bro, we supposed to be everything that society condemns us about being. We're supposed to be. We are high level damaged, bro. It's just men like me and you. We can pull it off and maneuver better than the average person, because the average person, I believe this. I believe people who were strong mentally Because we damaged. Even being black, you damaged. I think those of us who God touched us to be strong mentally, we handle our damage better than the people who have weaker mindsets. You know what I'm saying? Because we all damaged. If you black, it affected you when you seen Rodney King getting whooped like that. If you black, it affected you when we start hearing that cops are publicly. It affects you. Listen, we go in rages. Just the average. Listen, when we hear about blacks getting bad record deals, that stuff affects us all the way. This is a constant life of trauma. It doesn't end. You know what I'm saying? But what will make it better is if you raise us up in stable environments. People getting put out of houses. People got to go stay with aunties and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Man, this child won't know nothing about no stability. Won't know nothing about reliability. Won't know really who they can turn to until they find somebody they can turn to. Man, we talking about really messed up human beings, bro.
She's gonna live a life of on the run. She's gonna be on the run from her own mentality.
From herself.
Yeah. She's gonna be on the run. I'm pretty sure she's low income. I'm pretty sure
you know it. She don't qualify for nothing.
Yeah. It's just sad. That all the way around.
Damage. We are all damaged. How do we navigate the world with the damage? Is what when the damage is what separates us. Yeah, but listen, you know what would be really, really cool? If we acknowledge, because some are more damaged than others. If we could acknowledge that we're damaged, like you hear me and this brother, we said it like nothing. What am I supposed to do? Lie about it? Like I'm black. You know what I'm saying? I have disadvantages. I can't commit the same crime that my white counterpart can commit, even if we still got the same record, man. I'm aware of this. Being aware of that is traumatizing. You know what I'm saying? You see, he said, what separates us? Here's what would be cool, though. If we could be honest and acknowledge that we're messed up, and then start seeking some type of help. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's our faith, man, because you can't just stay like this. There's a lot of hurt in there. There's a lot of sadness, and man, people are messed up. Did you hear this girl? This girl sound like she was just messed up. Sound like she was just looking for an opportunity to get this off her chest. She been touched, man. Yeah, she been touched. Yeah. And she's tired of how, you can tell she's tired of how it makes her feel, because even with GAY stuff, the people who I have empathy for in that community are people that have been touched. I'm going to tell you why. I know a female who tried to describe anal to me because she used to like, I said, why do you seem to like that more than, what? She said, she said this. She said, the only thing that I can say to you, inner body explosions. This is what she said, right? Now, when I went to the joint, check this out. I put these two together now. Remember what the first person told me. I went to the joint and Armstrong was just flamboyant. GAY. I'm talking about, you would think this is a girl. Got one of those short afros. Listen, how I found out Armstrong, who was on our dorm, I woke up to somebody saying, my, who, doing Mary J. Blige's song. And Armstrong respected me a lot because I used to hold Bible studies, things like that. You know what I mean? That's why I know about the Bible and things. And I had to.
Hey, where were you at?
Westville.
Where were you at?
Westville.
What year?
I got home.
I used to work there. Hey, I used to work there. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to text it to you.
Okay, all right. Armstrong, he real tall? No, that's Noodles. Never mind. Armstrong, was he real tall? And like, not real
wasn't
tall.
Short, but was tall, probably the same size as me. Listen, I'm talking about flamboyant, man. But listen,
we'll talk over.
Here's what somebody told me. The first girl, she said, only thing that I can explain to you is inner body explosions, right? And I talked to Armstrong one time. I said, because Armstrong used to come to the Bible study. Armstrong used to like to hear me talk, like come over here and get some information, some wisdom or something like that. And I said, Armstrong, listen, you know the Bible. I'm trying to figure out how you got like this. Armstrong, now keep in mind what the girl said to me. Armstrong told me this, bro. Armstrong said, Brother Stacy, listen, I'm going to tell you this. From now on, as you go through this journey of life, if you see somebody who's GAY, just know that they were touched. And listen, know this, it was by a close relative or a family member. That's what Armstrong told me, man. Listen, and I put that with what the girl told me. This sounds crazy. It's just the way I put it together. If you get RAPED'd, right, it's not going to be pleasant or whatever. But you're going to have to live with it. And you're likely, they say anything we do gets easier the second time, right? Now think about it. The person could tell themselves, that was very unpleasant to me. I got assaulted. That was very unpleasant. But as time goes by, listen, that girl told me inner body explosions. So if you've been violated in that way, this is what I'm saying. That's a path. So that's why I've always liked people who have been taken advantage of. I kind of have more empathy. But the people who can't hack society because you get called a lame or something, nigga, power up, nigga. Level up, nigga. You just want to go be a part of something that will accept you in any way you are. Nigga, that's sucker stuff to me.
I'm glad you said that, because my first, I lost my virginity to a chick that was touched. I didn't realize she was touched until 20 years later.
Oh, okay.
In high school, we go after the low-hanging fruit.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
So we talked, we reunited on Facebook or whatever, and come to find out, she was touched multiple times by family members. So this explains a lot of the over-sexualization, the promiscuous, behaviors of these women. At the time, I didn't know that. I just thought, oh, wow, she with it, I'm with it, let's go.
Yeah.
What I know now, anytime I see a chick that's throwing that thing like that.
Yep.
I don't even get excited. My heart started to break.
Yep. No, she done been got down on.
She done been through it.
But see, here's something that we have an issue with deciphering. See, because those do exist. We know that. Those do exist. But what about when those become popular because of how they swag around, you know what I mean? Things like that, how they dress. And then people who ain't been through that start copying those girls' toxic behavior. Just copying it because it's popular. You know what I mean? Copying toxic behavior. But she got a reason for her behavior to be toxic. You just following the cool crowd. You see what I'm saying? Right. And so, man, it's crazy, man, that even people who haven't been touched, they can be contaminated with that dysfunction, man.
Just like the gang members that actually got beat in and had to actually do that to survive. And then you got this guy over here that's trying to be cool and be in a game because it's colors or whatever. Or actually,
That's crazy too, man. And that's why I say, man, I do take things into consideration. I don't desire to just come up here and, you know what I mean? I take things into consideration, but I also know that there's people who haven't been touched, that that Western culture has gotten a hold of them, man. Western culture, listen, check this out. Western culture mimics the dysfunction and trauma of somebody who has been assaulted.
Yeah.
Western culture promotes it. Listen, who runs Hollywood? Okay, so that means who's responsible for all the GAY stuff we see coming across our screen? Nothing can come across that screen unless they say so.
Gatekeepers, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And that just goes to show us, man, what Puffy was doing, that was sweet smelling roses compared to what's going on, man.
Yeah, that was a wild Friday night what he was doing.
Listen, the happy Bayesian in this situation. I appreciate the universe, bro. Listen, bro, check this out. Have you ever thought about Tevin Campbell, man? This boy was popping. Can we talk? Right? This boy was popping. He was the Usher of our time. Probably bigger than Usher, man. This boy was dropping hit after hit after hit, and he just disappeared. I had been thinking about that recently, probably a couple of years ago. Man, I did some little research. Bro, you know they got a hold to him.
You know it.
Listen, he was
Homecoming.
was it him describing it or some? Man, they said that man was homeless in Hollywood at one time. Man, like sold some memorabilia, things like that. Man, them people they run through these youngsters, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I know the scripture said, "And woe unto any of you who would touch one of these young ones. It would be better for you that a boulder was tied around your neck and thrown into the ocean that you touch one of my little ones." Crazy, man. Like, man, I don't even know what it take to make a joker go that far, man. I don't know. You just kind of probably got to be demonic, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me see something.
So where's Kevin Campbell now these days? He still around?
Listen, bro, if you see him, he looks like a shell of a human being, bro. He looks like they sucked his soul out of him, man. No diddy.
I was going to say literally.
Listen. Mic check. Listen, the last time I saw him, I think it was the last awards. And he ain't the same, man. You can tell that man is destroyed, man. Because think about this. To take advantage of a child?
That's demonic.
That's damage. You hear some of these people, you know, when they get assaulted, a young girl or something like that, she loses her life because she ain't had no business experience, you know. Man, that man is probably walking around the second closest thing to DEATH. He probably dead on the inside, man.
I was going to say that's worse than a crackhead. Being strung out on crack or heroin.
Living with that.
Worse. Yeah.
Because listen, man, I saw him at just recently, 3 months ago. And somebody was trying to see him, can we talk to him? And he was like, but he was almost emotionless. So those are the individuals that I give, you know what I mean, a little leeway to, man, because like I said, man, look what they're playing across these big screens now. They're showing you who they are. The people that run Hollywood, man. And listen, this is what I say about black women. And I'll agree. Of course, it was a lot of black men, too. I get it the first time. Boss man. I get it. But how can we go a second time with Obama after he was trying to push that so strong, man? Like, why are you pushing this like this, my guy? Negro, was your name on that Epstein list? Hey, man.
Every president that goes in has a list of what their donors want. Yeah. I'm not saying Obama.
You're right, too. You're right.
Everybody's got an agenda. Trump has an agenda. What's his name?
Right.
What's the other guy? What's the other president? Biden had an agenda. They all got an agenda. So,
I mean, man, look how much wealthier they are when they leave the Oval Office, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming up. You got anything else?
No, I'm waiting for some women to jump up here so I can learn something. But apparently, we don't know what we're talking about. So, I need some game.
Man, I'm surprised no women didn't come up. Listen, give me 2 women up here.
Brandy was in here, but she dipped, I guess. I don't see her no more now.
Now, her information almost don't help us no more. She pretty much see eye to eye.
I know, right?
Heck.
All right, brother. I'm going to drop down.
All right, be cool, my guy. Yep. Council must be setting it off. Jarvis over here in this situation. My bro. Listen, you guys know we're live every day, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. Sometimes we go over a little bit, camera be done fail and we gotta fix it up and all right, people. We've hit the 2-hour mark and we haven't hit our quota. You guys know we have a $50 threshold that we gotta make. Let me see. No one hit the Cash App. Let me see. Shout out to Biggs and EJ in this situation. My brothers. Listen, they said what happened to Dove. So I guess Dove wasn't lying. Listen, Dove, the way she was talking, it's like she had to turn herself into jail, man. It was like she had to turn herself. Said I made it through. Let's see. 510. Listen, check this out. Dove was saying, well, hey, yeah, people, let's get up to 50,000 likes. Dove said this. Did anybody else catch it? Dove said, hey, I'm going to miss you guys. I have to turn myself in tomorrow. I would like to know what that's about. Like, she paid her reinstatement fee to the channel and yeah, I don't know. Respectfully, to what? Like a mental institute? Like I could go for that. I could really go for that. Lulu said, definitely jail. Okay, I'm a cowboy foot. On a steel horse I ride. I'm wanted, dead or alive. Who sent that to me? Just Ryan in this situation with the cowboy hat. I appreciate you, my guy. Shout out to Mike checking this situation for the love of the... And we drop bombs for 10 or more. My bro. The live keeps freezing? What? Get rid of that, 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 get rid of that. All right, I just cleaned up my thing. Maybe it won't freeze up anymore. Shout out to my girl Mary in this situation. Over here supporting the show. But listen, we tell you guys. Let me ask this. This is a better question. I want to ask all of the women over here. Let's be real. Let's do this thing. Ladies, how come you don't listen to our dating advice? Write it down or you can come up. I really want to talk about that. The things we say, you guys don't listen to. You call us bashing and things like that, and you go over to Cynthia G's page and other feminists. I want to know why you guys don't listen to what we tell you. I want to know. Council said they think they know better. I could kind of go for that. We're not moving off of this. I want to talk about this. Ladies, why do you guys not listen to our dating advice? Mary said even Cynthia G is beginning to be tired of women. Listen, you know what we found out? All of the dating coaches, the ones that have quit, the ones that have shut their businesses down, she's saying Cynthia G, what's the girl name? Princella, the Queen Maker. All of these women are coming out now saying women are difficult to deal with. These were feminist women. These were dating coaches. But once they get to see it through men's eyes, it changes. Okay, let me see what some people said. Pendulum said they can't listen to someone they look down on. I could go for that. Okay, listen, my people down there snapping. I got to hit the horn for that one. because simps exist. This is real. They know that they have a safe haven to go to. They know that they have a safe haven to go to. And he'll even kick out Cash. Jag Meddy. Hey, people, we need 10,000 likes over here on TikTok. Too headstrong. This didn't play out the way I thought it was going to play out. Because I agree with a lot of these. Know-it-all. Therefore, you can't hear. You can't hear somebody else when you're a know-it-all. No, I like Ayanla. Listen, Mary, what were you talking about with that? Because I like Ayana. Let me see. Oh, okay, you're right. She said Ayana nearly quit altogether recently. There she is.
Hey.
Tell me how your day is going.
It's going wonderful. How's yours?
My life is amazing. Listen, so you're right. Miss, what is it, Ayana or Ayanla?
Ayanla Van Zandt.
Yes, that's her. So I think I heard.
I love her so much.
Right.
Like, she had got so frustrated at one point. She nearly completely quit. The show that she was doing, Ayanla Fix My Life.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
She said it was just so draining to try and get people to, women particularly, because she, of course, talked and helped with a lot of Black women. She said, I'm just so tired of them not listening and getting angry, and then I'm putting my safety on the line.
Right. Because she was getting threats. She was getting threats to her home.
She nearly quit. And I was like, oh my God, the only person that cares. She's getting ready to quit.
So let me ask you this. How can you hear what we're saying? How can you hear what we're saying when so many of them, it's like they can't even hear what we're saying?
I think that it takes, you have to want to, first off.
I agree with that.
You have to want to, and a lot of us just don't want to. And I think that, I don't know.
Hold on real quick. Hold on. When you say don't want to, could that be like in the form of, I want to stay out here playing on these dating streets for as long as I can? I don't want to behave right now?
Well, I think that changing for the better when you've been doing the wrong thing for so long is more difficult than it is to just stay the way that you are. So they might even believe exactly what you're saying, but it's too hard.
I agree.
So nobody wants to do the work. Nobody wants to do this self-work. Nobody wants to change and stuff like that, because you know what happens when you change for the better. Some negative things do happen. You lose what you thought were friends. You might lose what you had as family.
Good point. Good point.
So it might just be fear of change, possibly.
That's a very good point. I have a cousin. She's like my sister. Her church gave them the authority to start a thing called Pretty Princesses, right? And what it did was it showed young girls how to practice being feminine, how to practice etiquette, things like that. They shut that thing down because parents were starting to feel away. One girl went home and she was eating a certain way. She wouldn't put her elbows on the table. And she was like, why are you all funny? Oh, she said, they said we're not supposed to put our elbows on the table. That woman went to that place. I mean, she told her daughter, so you think you better than me? Right? And snatched that girl. They start snatching their kids out of the program.
Oh my gosh.
That's conviction. That's conviction right there.
Yeah, that's how my grandmother raised me and my mom. And, you don't put your elbows on the table. You don't sing at the table. There's just certain things you don't do at the table.
Do you think,
as a polite person in general?
Do you think that there's any help for the women, or do you think it's kind of over with?
I am starting to see I think that there is, but I think that there's going to be some women that just perish in the process, no matter what.
1,000%. 1,000%.
But I'm seeing a lot of women like what I haven't seen in the past few years recently, emerging and calling us out on our own BS. And it's refreshing. So like I think there's going to be like a little divide.
There's going to be a divide.
And you know, my grandma says, "Who don't hear, they feel." So
Your grandma said what?
Who don't hear, they feel. It means who doesn't hear is going to feel.
Oh, okay. She said who doesn't hear. Right.
Yeah.
And that's very unfortunate. Listen, that's very unfortunate because sometimes we do certain things that when the repercussions come, they're catastrophic. Like some people lose their lives over bad decisions. I don't know. I know one thing. The goal is to be a part of the ones who survive. You know what I'm saying? It goes for men too, though. You know what I mean? Making the right decisions. Men aren't exempt from that. You know, the thing about men, the reason why you never hear oh yeah, Van Zandt. The reason why you never hear men up here going back and forth, I'm going to ask you that. Why do you think, now the same way you hear me and women going, me, Guru, the same way you hear us going back and forth with women, why do you think that you hear that with women but not with men?
I think that men are more able to accept the harsh truths.
Exactly. That's what it is right there.
We're very emotional creatures, you know, that's just the way that we are designed. And men are able to process things more logically and accept them for what they are and navigate them. But women, they go through the 50,000 stages of grief.
I'm telling you. And here's the thing. Now we got to get into it because offense done popped in. Emotions done popped in. Now you up here being disrespectful. Now you trigger me to prove to you that what you said. And then they say this. Why doesn't he ever talk to the men? Well, I do, but when I talk to the men, they'll say things like this. You right, big bro. You right, big bro. Or else if they tell me something that I said that wasn't adequate, I can say, I see your point on that. But see, these women can't do that. That accountability thing, that thing is the destruction of them. Let me ask you this. Did you have a father figure in your life?
I did not.
Not even a father figure?
I had father figures a lot later on in my life. Like my younger years, maybe until about 15 is when I started.
What you mean younger years? You look, if this is your profile picture, you look like you pushing 20 something now.
Oh no, I'm in my 30s.
Oh, big deal. So she say, no, I'm only 23. Same thing, just about. Are you married?
Yes.
How long?
5 years.
How is it? Tell me.
It's great. It's wonderful. I really do enjoy it. Even I enjoy the ups, the downs, you know, the normal days, you know. I enjoy it.
I want you to do something for me. Because we all got something that, you know, is our pet peeve, something that irritates us. I want you to name me something that occasionally irritates you that wouldn't be made better if you had a man in your life. Even though we know you do. That's just the question. Name me something. The things that occasionally pee you off or irritate you throughout life. Name me something that occasionally pees you off. Name me something that occasionally pees you off that would not be made better if a man was in your life.
I can't think of anything because
you won't be able to.
Yeah.
So we don't understand. If that's true, why are these outside of, you know, we already had some pretty good answers tonight, but we don't understand how your life, you won't have to pay all of your own bills anymore. There's so many perks and benefits that come with this thing. This is nasty work that we can't get women to just think, not on a logical aspect, but just think from a perspective, if you wanted to even be a selfish creature, which women are, you should be, if you're a selfish person, you should be willing to do whatever it takes for you to be able to live a smoother life. Okay, now if you're selfish, I'll say having a mate makes life easier. And I'll go get me one. But see, these women are so selfish. See, what has happened is women have went on a crusade of more. No, you gave us our rights to vote. Give us more. Our right to be independent. Give us more. You guys are fiending for more freedom. Do you disagree with that?
No, I don't.
You guys want more freedom. That's all you guys are fighting for. That's what feminism is about. But where does it end? When you want to sniff some of that, where does it end? Too much freedom is not good for any of us. Do you disagree with that?
I don't disagree at all.
Yeah, we're flawed human beings. We'll go as far probably as, you know what I mean? Now, those of us who say we even have morals, listen, with unlimited freedom, if they said selling that white DRUG, there's no longer illegal, as good as that money is, there would be pastors coming out selling that stuff.
It'd be Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yes.
Over again.
Yes. And it's what we're living in right now. You can walk around with a holding his hand and y'all can tongue kiss right here. Ugh. Especially in LA. You don't live in LA, do you?
No.
We talking about Sodom and Gomorrah for real.
I've heard some things. Definitely.
Hey, listen, you got anything else for me?
I do not. I love supporting the show. I come up every now and again when I get the chance and leave some gifts. My husband, he also watches you here and there.
That's what I'm talking
some
about.
time off.
I definitely appreciate you guys' support, and you enjoy the rest of your night.
You too.
All right. What the heck is that? The heck is that? What's going on? Listen, I need somebody to look up about that tsunami for me. Like, something's going on. Hey, listen, it just came across my phone. Hey, listen, people, I'm about to tap out over here. They getting too specific to my location. I knew that there was a helicopter flying over my thing for about 15 minutes. This is crazy. Hey, people, listen, I'm about to shut the show down early. I got to see what's going on around here. Hey, listen, I appreciate you guys rocking with us. I gotta figure out what's going on over here. I'm too close to where they're talking about this activity is. What the? It's like this helicopter right above my house. Hey, listen, people. I appreciate you guys rocking with us. Let me find out what's going on. Shout out to Dirty over here in this situation. That Dirty for real. Hey, yeah, people. I appreciate you rocking with us, and we are up out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Thank you.